How should I just put the short? Oh wait. Yeah. All right, guys. Today we got another stream. We got a O11 Vision this time, not the compact. Yesterday we did do the compact. Today we got the regular O11 Vision in white. We're gonna be building an Intel build. It has the Intel Core Ultra 9 285K. The CPU cooler is gonna be a 240 Ryzen 2 liquid cooler. For the motherboard, we are gonna be using an Asus ROG Maximus Hero Z890 Wi-Fi. For storage, the customer did go with a 4 TB NVMe. For graphics card, they are gonna get a RTX 5080. Power supply, they did choose to go with a 1200 watt over 1000 watt. And then for fans, they are getting they did choose 8 Be Quiet white fans. Should be an easy build, pretty nice build with the Be Quiet fan on the white Lian case, the white Ryzen cooler with the white GPU as well. So it's gonna be an all overall white build. Should look pretty good at the end. No RGB. Unfortunately, the only RGB is probably just the cooler and the motherboard itself. So let's go ahead and get started on this build. The first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna get, like always, get the motherboard and stuff ready before we put it in the case. Let's go ahead and move the case out of the way. All right. Now we got the motherboard here. Go ahead and remove the plastic off the motherboard. Really like this motherboard. Everything's really easy to access here, like the NVMe. I like this clip function here. Everything else is still old, with the little screws with the other NVMe's. Let's go ahead and put our Intel CPU here. Again, we got an Ultra 9 285K. All right. Got that in. Now let's go ahead and put our Corsair Titanium RAM, Dominator RAM Titanium. And we also have our 4TB NVMe by Kingston. Go ahead and get that open. What's up, Animal on YouTube? Really nice RAM. Got the titanium on there. All right. Nice and easy in there. Let's go ahead and get our NVMe in there too. You got a 5090? No, the build has a 5080 and it has a Y5080. The specs, the CPU has the Ultra 9 285K. The RAM is, I believe, 64 6000 megahertz. For storage, he has a 4TB NVMe. For motherboard, we got a Maximus ZA90, I believe. Power supply is a 1200 watt. For cooler, he did go. This is a custom build by a customer. He did go with the 240 Ryzen 2 cooler. For fans, he went with 8 Be Quiet fans, white fans. And for GPU, he went with the 5080. We went ahead and gave him a white one. I don't know if we bought the white one or we gave him the white one. There you go. We got the motherboard done. The one thing I do want to do is open up the cooler, so we're able to put the back bracket for the CPU. For the pump itself, so I'm ready to go ahead and do. Just because in this case it does come with like a cage in the back, so it blocks off for you to be able to put that back plate that we need, that back plate bracket that we do need to put on. So I'll just go ahead and put it on beforehand, because then we won't be able to put it on because there's a cage back here, like I said, that blocks you from putting anything behind the motherboard. These are just fans. Alright, then we'll go ahead and get back to this after we're just kind of setting up more of the cage. I just want to go ahead and put the back bracket first before anything. Perfect. I'm surprised this bracket didn't come with any like 3M tape. That we could put on because it keeps falling off. So I'm gonna go ahead. Also, do is just put like little, I believe it's standoffs that gets put on. Let's see here. Yeah, here they are. Just little standoff that get put onto that bracket just to hold the bracket and be able to connect the pump to the actual motherboard. A gaming laptop for the budget 750 to 800. Yeah, I would suggest to get a PC, not a laptop. Even if you want to use a laptop, like let's say you're getting a gaming laptop for like personal use, like to use outside, the battery life on those is not the best either. The battery gets drained. Or you're gonna be in a hotel. Alright, so we got the screws in. Now we can put the motherboard into the case. Alright. So for this case, you could fit just let's see, 3, 6, 7 fans if you wanted to. But if you do shift this front part here, if you shift this down, you can go ahead and fit two. You can fit 2 fans over here on the side instead of just one. So that's what we're gonna go ahead and do. So this gets the full optimal airflow in the case. Just because there is a lot of glass in this case. And just to shift it down, you just have to remove these screws in the back over here. It's just 4 screws. And then they do have at the bottom here, like this little bracket. This little bracket down here is what covers this blank space here. It's gonna go on top right here because there's gonna be a blank space right here on top. And then we remove this screw right here in the middle, holding the actual plate. And then this whole thing comes out just like that. And then in the front here, as you can see, there's like these 2 slits. Instead of this top one, we're gonna go ahead and put it at this bottom one. Flip it so I go ahead and put it in. All right, we got that main screw in the middle. Make sure this is well seated in. Now we're gonna go ahead and screw all the screws in the back. Like I said, this one's gonna go ahead and take care of this empty spot up here. Just like that. I try to try as much as I can. Just I get busy. I get focused on the build. All right. Go ahead and put the motherboard in. Then we do have our screw box here from Lian. Gonna go ahead and get our motherboard screwed. Get our motherboard screwed in. All right. All right. Here we go. flip it for you guys. You can see me screwed in. What's up, EF5 guy on Twitch? Okay, so I'm gonna get the top screws up here. Look at this music you put. Nah. Alright, we got the motherboard in. Let's go ahead and get the case cables connected to the motherboard just to get them out of the way. Alright, we got our USB Type-C cable here. So the motherboard actually has two USB Type-Cs that you can connect. There we go. We got our F panel cable as well. We got it at the bottom over here at the motherboard. There you go. Then we got our HD audio as well. There we go. Now we're gonna zip tie these in the back a little bit just to get out of our way. What's up, Amon? Welcome to the stream. Well, case that is an O11 Vision. Thanks for the follow on Twitch. Yeah, this case is the O11 Vision. Yesterday we did the O11 Vision Compact, a little bit more smaller. In the Compact, you go ahead and do glass or mesh on top. On this one, it only comes with glass, and it's a bigger case as well. You found your old PC? Nice. What specs does it have? All right, we got the case, motherboard in, the cables for the case in. Now we're gonna do the bottom fans here, and then we're gonna do. I believe we're gonna do our AI right here on the side, and then 3 fans over here. Let's go ahead and put the bottom fans first. Get those out of the way. And in the case for the bottom fans, you can go ahead and take off this bracket here. It's just 2 screws holding the bracket at the bottom. Pop it out just like that. We got 3 Be Quiet Pure Wings 3 white fans. Really good fans. Alright. And then the bottom fans, we are going to do them intake. So we're going to have a flipped like this. Like that. Alright. Where do we buy our PC parts? I don't know, to be honest. We are a company that builds gaming computers. We do some online on VRLA.com. Sorry. From where they buy them, I have no clue. Alright, now we just need one more fan for this bottom fans here. There you go. There you go. Now we can slide it back in, screw those 2 screws that were holding that bracket. Actually, I'm gonna just zip tie this first as well. I believe this case also comes with a zip tie, so let's see. Yeah, it does. Just to make it look a little bit nicer, not all the fan cables are all in different places. Just go ahead and grab them here. Grab my zip tie. Down like that. They're all nice and straight, and then this all goes into one, so it's all nice in the front as well as in the back. There you go. Now we go and put it back in the case. Screw it back in. Route these fan cables to the back. There we go, just like that. Now let's go ahead and we're gonna do our AIO next. Okay, perfect. Yeah, so the radio's gonna have to go on the side here. All right. In that case, we'll go ahead and just put the two fans on the side here, and then put the radio in the back. All right. Put this over here. These two back fans here are gonna be exhaust. All right. All right, we got this two fan in the back over here. Same thing we're gonna do. We're gonna grab this zip tie. Where do I put the box? Gonna grab a white zip tie. Grab these two cables here in the front here, so you get like a better look. So not just dangling there. Just like that. There you go. Now we'll go ahead and get the radiator set up. Can I get a free GPU? I don't know. I don't handle any of the giving away stuff. I just build the computers. I never liked the back cover that Ryan usually puts on their coolers, and you gotta take it off. There you go. All right. Go ahead and put two fans here for our cooler. We got a long screw here. I wish the screws came white or silver. Just to give the cooler a better look, but I guess Ryzen decided not to do that. I I think Corsair does that. And Lian as well. They do give you like silver chrome type of screws for your white AIOs. All right. Let's go ahead and mount it to the case itself. There we go. Let's go ahead and route these fan cables to the back here. There you go. Now we're gonna go ahead and get our screws for our pump. And the pump itself does come with a fan power header and also USB 2.0. USB 2.0 is for the LCD, just to get information from the motherboard, such as displays, pictures that you do want to put on it. You want to put your temps and stuff on the LCD of the cooler. Use my screwdriver. There. What's up, Mad Gamer? Welcome to stream. Let me get to the back here. There it goes again. Looks like the mountings are falling back. Causing like little issue for me to put it in because the stand-ups are getting pushed back and not letting me get enough grip for the screw. There you go. I think I grabbed on. There you go. I could tighten all the other ones. What's the components for this build? For the CPU has an i9 285K. For GPU has a 5080. For cooler has a 240 Ryzen. For fans we got 357 Ryzen. Not Ryzen, sorry. Be Quiet fans. The motherboard is a Z7890 Maximus motherboard. For RAM, it has 64 gigabytes of 6,000 megahertz. Corsair dominated titanium RAM. For storage, the customer did go with a 4 terabyte NVMe by Kingston. And then for power supply, it's a 1200 watt white power supply by Thermaltake. And we're going to use another zip tie for here in the front to manage this USB 2.0 and the fan power cable for this pump here. Actually, I should just grab from the back here. There we go. Now we're going to route that USB 2.0 to the front again. Just like that. Now we're almost pretty much done. Now we're just going to go ahead and connect all our fans. I do have some fan splitters. We're already using those. It's basically just a fan splitter that has 5 connections to connect to, and then 1 connection goes to the motherboard, and you connect all your other fans to it. Makes it easier, just so you don't have to connect all your fans to the motherboard. All right. Let me cable manage this really quick. It shouldn't take too long. Get a zip tie here. Yeah, the 360 is better for this case. Just the customer did go with the 240. We are gonna inform him. We just want to switch to a 360. Um, but he did choose the 240. So we're gonna go ahead and just build it for him like this. Inform him if he does want a 360 instead. Of course, it'll keep the temperatures way more down than the 240 itself, especially for this Ultra line. We are gonna inform him if he does want to go with that 240. So this is a custom build. So the customer did pick all his parts. i5 puts in super 30 gigs, decent. Yeah, it's pretty decent though. Not bad. Ryzen 7 700X3D, RX 9070 XT, 32 gigabytes RAM. That's a really good bed actually. How much FPS do you get on that Mad Gamer and games that you play? Just curious. A 59 in the background is looking at me. Yeah, we got a lot of 5090s boxes and from like the 59 orders that we had before. I went to quite a few already 5090 builds. What games do I play? I normally play the games I'm playing right now are I play Call of Duty and Valorant mainly right now. When I do play. I really don't be playing games like that. But when I do play it would be Valorant or Call of Duty. Alright, let's go ahead and get the power supply in here now. Alright. So for the power supply, we're just gonna need 2 CPU, 124 pin, and then one 12-volt high power. Let's go ahead and put the GPU in first. It's not that heavy. I usually put the GPU at the end when it's like a 5090 or something, but it's not too heavy. So. There we go. These 58s are really made them really skinny. No, the 48 Super, the Zotac ones are pretty much the same as the 4090. Thick, wide, like the Zotac one. What is your own build? You'd be surprised what my build is. At home, I've been having this build since I came out of high school, probably. So probably like 5 years ago. I've had this build for 5 years. I have a Ryzen 5 3600, a 2060. You'd be surprised. I have 64 gigabytes of RAM. I think a 4800 megahertz. And then my cooler, I do have a Noctua cooler. Yeah, I have a really old computer. I haven't really upgraded. But for what I use it for, I don't really. Yeah, for what I use it for, I don't really need anything huge. In Valorant, I get 300 FPS plus. Call of Duty, I don't get as much. I probably get like 160, 170 probably. And that's only because I have my CPU overclocked at 4.5 gigahertz from, I think the normal on the 3600 is 3.7. Yeah, and I have overclocked it to 4.5, so it's pushing power than what it normally is supposed to push. Go ahead and route these CPU cables here in the front. Just like that. There we go. Go ahead and route 27. Take this out. My favorite build that I ever built or that we have. We are going to need a PCIe here. Look at our 12 volt high power going. There you go. That you build. That I've built. Let me see. I built so many already. I can't really. I don't know. They're all pretty fun to build. It'll probably have to be like a build that had like a whole bunch of like LCD fans, cleanly LCD fans, and a whole bunch of RGB on it, trimmers. Probably in a OLED Vision case or in a RGB Evo case. Probably would have to be a build like that. I really like the LCD fans and the streamers and stuff like that. I know a lot of people don't like RGB. Like probably this guy doesn't like RGB. He likes the simplistic. I do like the simplistic too. I like both. My favorite case, would probably have to be. It'll probably have to be the Evo RGB. Yeah, it'll probably be the Evo RGB. It's really easy to build in, really easy. It looks really nice. You can fit a lot of fans. I like it over the OLED Vision. You still get the top. It's either the Evo one or this case, but the compact one. Because you can change it into mesh and glass. You can have both. So we're pretty much done with this build. Go ahead and turn it on. See how it looks. You take the cable. Wow. Yeah, but I do agree. You guys were saying in the comments, a 360 does look better in this case. It does look better. Just that the customer did choose a 240. We are going to get in contact with him if he does want to choose a 360 for better cooling, and it will just look way better in this case. All right. What Windows do I have? I think I have Windows. In my build, I have Windows 10 Pro. But in the builds that we put 11 Windows 11 Pro. Pretty nice build, nice and simple. The cooler and the RAM and the motherboard are the only thing RGB on the actual case. Everything else is just nice and simple, plain and white. Jaden, could I update you on an order? Unfortunately, I can't update you on any order. I just don't have any information on it. If you do need any updates, go ahead and get in contact with customer service, and they should be able to help you. Do you guys have any questions about the build? I think we're done, Maria, if no one has any questions in the chat. Alright, guys, I believe we might have a stream tomorrow as well. Our daily Friday stream. Either at 1 or 2 o'clock we'll go in and start the stream. But like I said, the brief yesterday with the O11 Vision Compact was really similar to mine. That's what I was asking. Let me check. I think it was his build, Jaden. The O11 Vision Compact.
The one from yesterday?
Yeah.
I think it was Jaden.
Yeah, I think that was your build, Jaden. What are the name of the fans? They're the Be Quiet Pure Wing 3s. But yeah, Jaden, I think that was your build. I'm pretty sure undergoing software and stressing right now. We did finish the build on stream yesterday. I'm pretty sure we just had to cable manage and then install software, and then it should be shipping out very soon.
Yeah, it was Jaden.
Yeah, it was yours, Jaden, the one we built yesterday on stream. So yeah, I'm pretty sure we just have to cable manage, put it in stress, install software, and we should be able to ship it out to you as soon as possible. Alright, guys, we'll go ahead and see you guys tomorrow in the stream. Make sure you tune in tomorrow. You had an LCD screen with yours? Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, to get more information, just go ahead and contact customer service, and then they should be able to tell you what what's like the estimate of your PC shipping. Alright then, guys, we'll go ahead and see you guys tomorrow. Tune into the stream. Hope you have a great rest of your day.